All right, thanks so much, Yolanda. Well, tonight we continue our series on the state of downtown Albany. The city is on year 3 of a 10-year revitalization plan.
Now, you've likely seen the many construction projects, building renovations, and new investment in the downtown area. The city says it has nearly $200 million in projects in the pipeline.
Now, downtown revival is a challenge that cities across America face to make their downtown area not only relevant, but thriving. While every city has its own unique challenges, Albany leaders could certainly draw from success stories.
Excuse me. Downtown Macon has already done what Albany is still working towards.
WALB investigative reporter Brittany Blake traveled to Macon to find out what Albany could learn from its neighbor to the north.
Walk through downtown Macon and you'll feel it immediately. Restaurants packed with locals, renovated historic buildings, and an energy that has taken nearly 30 years to build. At the center of that transformation is Newtown Macon, the privately funded redevelopment agency that has tracked $1 billion in public-private investment.
It really is a very vibrant local feel. And it's active. On the weekends, it's busy. There's a lot of folks in downtown, and so it feels good to be part of that.
Newtown Macon's success didn't happen by accident. It started with the Peyton Anderson Foundation, which seeded the organization in 1996 with private philanthropic capital, giving Newtown Macon the independence to work outside the constraints of local government.
And one of the things they realized was you couldn't really rely on county governments to do the revitalization. Administrations change, budgets change, priorities change within local governments, and so they felt like they needed to set up a privately funded redevelopment agency to spearhead this work in downtown. So we've been working hard at it for quite some time.
The model is built on data. Newtown Macon uses forward-looking market studies to determine what to build, where to build it, and who will come. The result is nearly 90% of occupancy in downtown lofts and roughly 85% in retail. Based on Albany's downtown master plan, roughly 300 new housing units and around 100,000 square feet of new restaurants, shops, and service businesses are coming, which is about half of all new commercial space. In other words, the plan leans toward a strong mix of places to live on upper floors with ground floor space devoted to restaurants and everyday destinations.
It's not magic. It's a lot of hard research and data, and so it helps though, because when we have those studies, then the banks rely on, the developers rely on them, the whole ecosystem relies on them, and they've been right, which is surprising. We're always surprised that these folks can look that far forward and pretty much get it right.
So could Albany follow the same path? We asked Albany's downtown manager, Lucretia Gaskins, who says she's familiar with Newtown Macon, and while she admires the model, she says similar private investment has not come to Albany.
But what we do have are tax allocation districts. We've got that. That is one of the tools that is in our toolbox. We have the Central Business District now listed in a historical national district. That is a tool in the toolbox.
City Manager Terrell Jacobs says those tools, including roughly $13 million in low-interest municipal trust fund loans, are what set Albany's model apart.
Our model is a little bit different than what Macon was because they had an endowment.
Right.
We had these trust funds money that we could loan out to these at low interest rates to help them get their development off the ground. So that's the kind of difference that we have.
Macon has spent 3 decades building. Now Albany leaders are hopeful they have a plan to build, but the real question is if they will get there. On the next part of the State of Downtown Albany, we dig into what people actually want for the area. I'm Brittany Blake, WALB, your hometown news source.